Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. As you guys can see up on the screen, today I want to talk a little bit about Robinhood Markets Incorporated. This is ticker symbol HOOD, or Hood, obviously, as people know it. And today was a very, very good day for this stock. This thing was up 11.15% today after just weeks of really, really struggling, and if not months of just really, really struggling overall for Robinhood. This thing IPO'd around July. I mean, that's crazy. It's been that long. Time's really, really flying. But IPO'd in July around $35, shot up right away to 52-week highs of $85 here, and then you can see it's pretty much just gone downhill since then. It's just like straight down. I mean, there's not a lot of up days. There's not a lot of up weeks. There's not a lot of up months. Things have been very, very rough for Robinhood. And then, they've posted some less than stellar growth numbers and less than stellar earnings report recently. And things just keep getting worse and worse and worse. But there's some big news and some interesting / exciting stuff to talk about today surrounding this stock. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy that. I would appreciate it so much. And subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. With that being said, let's get right into this one where, yes, today was a great day for Robinhood, but today was a great day for the stock market overall. So, it's hard to know exactly how much to read into it. You can see here, Dow Jones was up big, S&P's up big, NASDAQ's up massive, and the Russell's up very, very big as well. So, safe stocks were up, big stocks were up, tech stocks were up, small stocks were up. Everything was doing well today. So it's really not a surprise, that Robinhood was humming right along with them. But some of the big news that people are talking about today is the fact that Cathie Wood is buying up Robinhood heavily right now. Obviously, Robinhood is a very, very polarizing stock. Some people love the stock, some people love the company, and some people hate them. I don't know why this won't let me go back to this page, but obviously from back to like the GameStop days, back to when they took away the buy button, when they screwed so many people over, when so many people lost a bunch of money, and then you have like the regulatory risks of they're under investigation, they're having to appear in front of Congress, all this craziness, and again, slowing growth numbers, just a lot of different issues there, but this remains a favorite of Cathie Wood. So let's see what's going on here. Cathie Wood's ARK Investment recently purchased 2.45 million shares of Robinhood Markets. Very, very crazy. The beaten down online brokerage on Friday. The ARK Innovation, ARK K ETF bought 1.9 million shares of Robinhood on Friday, according to the daily trades posted by the ARK funds. The ARK Next Generation Internet ETF, ARK W, purchased 230,000, and the ARK FinTech Innovation, ARK F, snapped up 262,000 Robinhood shares on a day when the stock traded below $10 a share. Again, today we are sitting at $14.15. So I don't know exactly what prices they got this thing at, but when this thing was trading below 10, there was kind of prices all over. You could get 9 something, you could get 10 something, you could get 11 something, or even 12. But if they bought on Friday, obviously they're up 10% today. They're looking really, really good so far through one day. Now, does one day mean anything? No, not that much, but I did think this was still very, very interesting that, again, even though this is a stock that a lot of people hate and a lot of people don't like for a lot of different reasons, Cathie Wood had owned it previously, and she's continuing to buy the dip, which is, again, interesting to me and something that I think we need to talk about. The stock was rising 10% to $14 in trading on Monday. Robin shares have declined 20% in 2022. Obviously, so many stocks are down year to date. It's really hard to find something that's up year to date. According to Bloomberg, the ARK funds have purchased Robinhood shares almost every week since late October, when the stock dropped below its IPO price of $38. Last week, Robinhood reported a wider than expected fourth quarter loss, and its revenue fell from the last quarter. The company also issued a revenue warning for the first quarter, saying that its projection of a 35% drop might be too optimistic. So that, doesn't sound great. So what the heck? Why is Cathie Wood buying this thing? What the heck is going on? And again, in some ways, I question what she's doing. I totally get all the risks involved with Robinhood. I don't love missing revenue numbers. I don't, really appreciate greater than expected, drops in growth and drops in revenue quarter over quarter and a lot of these things. Obviously, I don't like what Robinhood did with, removing the buy button and all that. Obviously, I don't like all the regulation concerns and so many different things. There are a lot of different concerns with Robinhood. But one thing I can appreciate is that Cathie Wood is showing a very, sound investing strategy where so many people we have seen in the markets over the past couple of years who bought stocks like Robinhood, for instance, at $35, at $50, at $60, at $70, at $80, at $85. And then as it started to crash down, whether that was at 50, 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, whatever price we've seen at Robinhood, that's when they sell out. And then 1, 2, 5, 10, however many years from now, when this thing goes back up, they'll be the people buying it again, even though they had it at $10 and didn't buy the dip. They sold out. They had conviction. They believed in the stock, obviously, for a reason, or they never would have purchased it. And then they bail out. When obviously investing should be a longer time horizon, depending on what your outlook is or whatever. But at least in my investing opinion, it should be kind of a longer time horizon where you're looking at least 2, 5, 10 years. So I do appreciate that Cathie Wood is buying the dip, is putting her money where her mouth is. People are so skeptical of the performance of the ARK funds recently, of Cathie Wood's performance, but she was never aiming to have good performance over a couple months, over a year, even over 2 years. Again, she has a long time horizon. I think ARK says, their time horizon is something like 5 years or whatever. And I think over periods of 5 years, ARK has been doing pretty damn well. And hey, we'll see where they are 5 years from now. But again, for them to have all this conviction and also be snatching this thing up potentially under $10 a share, now it's back at 14 already. That's pretty interesting. That's pretty crazy. Now, obviously, in the short term, I don't know how good things are going to look for Robinhood. This year we went through 2021 and late 2020 of, meme investing and retail investing and speculative investing and options and margin and all that stuff. It was so good for Robinhood in so many ways. Robinhood was one of the main beneficiaries of that whole thing, getting the average retail traders onto their platform, spending all their money, using it as a casino, gambling, all this stuff, whatever. And obviously that stuff has died down tremendously. And if you expect a bear market, if you expect the markets to be slow, if you expect, it's going to take a while for people to have disposable incomes once again, now that we're not getting a bunch of stimulus checks and all this stuff, it's obviously could be a rough couple quarters, could be a rough couple of years for Robinhood. But if you believe in them in the long term, if you were a buyer at 30, if you were a buyer at 35, if you were a buyer at 40, if you were a buyer at 85, and then you look to Cathie Wood now and you're making fun of her because she's buying at 10, that is kind of strange to me. That is kind of weird. We also have this from the Motley Fool. Is Robinhood Markets a stock buy right now? And they do talk about, their sequential growth where, quarter 4 2020, net cumulative funded accounts at 12.5 million. And they've grown to 22.7 million in quarter 4 of 2021. That's awesome. Almost doubling in a year. But hey, quarter 3 of 2021, they had 22.4 million. They've only grown about 300,000, from quarter over quarter. That is a little bit rough. Then you see some of the other numbers there where, growth from quarter 3 of 2021 to quarter 4 of 2021 has slowed a ton. And is that going to grow a lot in quarter 1 of 2022? I don't really think people expect that. So, if you believe in Robinhood in the long term, you think they'll be able to turn things around. If you think investing is going to be cool again and they're going to figure things out and they're going to get through all these regulatory issues and all that stuff, yeah, they could be a great buy. They could be a great play. And obviously, Cathie Wood believes in them as an innovator, as a disruptor, and as, something that could be great. And I think we got a taste of that in 2020 and 2021. You saw how popular Robinhood got. You saw how, your friends, your mom, your grandma, whoever, all had Robinhood all of a sudden. And could things be like that again in the future? Yeah, maybe, but maybe not. Maybe it was pandemic driven. Maybe it was stimulus check driven. Who knows for sure. But again, I do at least appreciate Cathie Wood kind of doubling down. Now, I don't necessarily agree. I'm not buying into Robinhood right now, but I know there are some metrics, that you can make a case that maybe the stock's a little bit undervalued right now. I know they, most recently when I saw they had a price to sales of like 6, which obviously isn't the cheapest in the world, but if you believe in their growth in the future, it could be argued that that's not terrible, especially when you compare it to some other, financial institutions, some other trading platforms, stuff like that. I know Schwab right now has a price to sales of around 9. Now you could argue that Schwab is so much better than Robinhood, has so much, wide array of services, and they should deserve a much higher, multiple on their price to sales than even that. But hey, I'm just saying, there are some comparisons and stuff to be made because Schwab, if everything goes right, probably doesn't have as crazy potential for growth as Robinhood does as well. Now, obviously, with great reward comes great risk and everything, but it is kind of interesting that yes, Cathie Wood is doubling down. She's purchasing up millions of shares of Robinhood, and I know people are going to be skeptical, and I know people are going to be talking trash, but hey, we'll see how it works out. I don't know. Definitely drop a like if you guys did enjoy this video. I'd appreciate that a ton. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about HOOD. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Hope we catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.